If you travel deep into the heart of Bulgaria, nestled in the northern foothills of the Balkan Mountains, you'll find Gabrovo. This city, straddling the Yantra River, has a story as rich and winding as the mountain roads that lead to it. Legend tells us it all began with a blacksmith named Racho. He set up his forge under a hornbeam tree, or gabr in Bulgarian, and soon a small settlement grew around him. This humble beginning in the Middle Ages laid the foundation for a town that would become a powerhouse of craft and industry, a place where the rhythmic clang of the hammer became the city's first heartbeat. As the centuries rolled on, especially during the long period of Ottoman rule, Gabrovo's strategic location made it a haven for Bulgarians seeking refuge and opportunity. The mountains provided a natural fortress, and the river offered power for workshops. Gabrovo wasn't just surviving, it was thriving. Its people, the Gabrovchani, became known for their resourcefulness and hard work. They turned the challenges of their rugged environment into advantages, mastering crafts and developing a keen sense of trade. This era cemented Gabrovo's reputation as a bustling center of commerce, a place where determination was forged into prosperity. The 19th century saw Gabrovo transform into the Bulgarian Manchester. The Industrial Revolution arrived here with gusto, powered by the same river that had turned watermills for centuries. Factories sprang up along its banks, producing textiles, leather goods, and metalwork that were sold across the Ottoman Empire and beyond. This wasn't just economic growth, it was a statement of Bulgarian capability and ambition. The city's skyline, once dominated by workshop roofs, now featured the tall smokestacks of modern industry, signaling a new chapter in its story of relentless progress and innovation. This industrial boom fueled a cultural awakening that played a pivotal role in Bulgaria's national revival. The wealth generated from its factories and trade routes was reinvested into the community, particularly in education and culture. Gabrovo became a beacon of enlightenment during a time when Bulgarian identity was reasserting itself. The city's journey from a legendary blacksmith settlement to a leading industrial hub is a powerful testament to the resilience and forward-thinking spirit of its people, a spirit you can still feel today as you walk its historic streets. The story of Gabrovo is inseparable from its contribution to Bulgarian education. In 1835, long before Bulgaria regained its independence, the city opened the first modern secular school in the country. Funded by local merchants and craftsmen, the Aprilov National High School was a revolutionary institution. It taught in the Bulgarian language and followed a modern curriculum, becoming a model for schools across the nation. This wasn't just about reading and writing. It was about cultivating a generation of proud, educated Bulgarians who would lead the charge for national liberation. This commitment to enlightenment naturally fed into the struggle for freedom. Gabrovo was a hotbed of revolutionary activity, producing leaders, thinkers, and fighters who dedicated their lives to breaking free from Ottoman rule. The city's strategic location and its network of resourceful traders made it an ideal center for organizing resistance. The spirit of independence wasn't just whispered in secret meetings, it was woven into the very fabric of society. The same drive that built factories and schools also fueled the passionate desire for a sovereign Bulgarian state. Today, the people of Gabrovo, the Gabrovchani, are overwhelmingly of Bulgarian ethnicity, and they hold their heritage close. You'll find that family traditions are still deeply respected, with strong bonds connecting generations. Grandparents often play a vital role in raising children, passing down stories, recipes, and the quintessential Gabrovo wit. This connection to the past provides a stable foundation, even as the city embraces modern changes. It's a place where old-world values meet contemporary European life in a fascinating and often humorous blend. While tradition runs deep, family life in Gabrovo is also evolving. Like much of Europe, younger generations are adapting to new social norms. You'll see smaller families, and women are increasingly prominent in professional fields, balancing careers with their central role in the household. Yet the core of the Gabrovo identity remains: a strong sense of community, a respect for elders, and an unshakable pride in their city's unique history of education, resilience, and revolutionary spirit. It's a social fabric that is both sturdy and flexible. Gabrovo's economic story is one of masterful craftsmanship. Long before the factories rose, the city was famous for its artisans, Weaving was a cornerstone of the local economy, with skilled hands turning wool from mountain sheep into vibrant, durable textiles. These fabrics weren't just for local use. They were highly sought-after goods. Gabrovo merchants, known for their sharp business sense, would load up their carts and travel far and wide, establishing trade routes that brought wealth and new ideas back to their mountain home. This early success in textiles laid the groundwork for the industrial-scale production that would later define the city. Alongside weaving, metalworking was another pillar of Gabrovo's craft economy. The legacy of Racho the blacksmith lived on in the city's many workshops, which produced everything from agricultural tools and household items to intricate cutlery and weaponry. The Gabrovo knife, known for its quality and durability, was a particularly famous product. This expertise in metal was a key ingredient in the city's industrialization, as artisans who once forged knives by hand adapted their skills to manufacture machinery and parts for the new factories, proving their remarkable ability to innovate. The city's reputation as a major trade center was built on more than just quality products. It was built on the character of its people. The Gabrovchani were known as shrewd negotiators and tireless entrepreneurs. They understood markets, managed risk, and were famously frugal, a trait that would later become the subject of endless jokes. This combination of skilled production and savvy commerce turned Gabrovo into a vital economic hub within the Ottoman Empire, a place where Bulgarian ingenuity and business acumen were on full display for the world to see. Today, while the large-scale textile factories of the communist era have mostly faded, Gabrovo's economic spirit endures. The city is cleverly rebranding itself, shifting its focus toward tourism, specialized manufacturing, and a revival of traditional crafts. The nearby Itar Architectural Ethnographic Complex, a stunning open-air museum, brings the city's artisan past to life, attracting visitors from all over. This modern pivot shows that Gabrovo's greatest asset has never been its factories or its trade routes, but the timeless ingenuity and adaptability of its people. You can't talk about Gabrovo without talking about its humor. The city is legendary throughout Bulgaria, and indeed the Balkans, for its jokes, which almost always revolve around the supposed stinginess of its people. A classic Gabrovo joke? They say Gabrovchani stop their clocks at night to save on wear and tear, or that they cut the tails off their cats so they can close the door faster in winter to keep the heat in. This self-deprecating humor is a badge of honor, a clever way of celebrating their famous thriftiness and resourcefulness. This unique brand of wit isn't just a collection of old jokes, it's a core part of the city's identity. The humor is dry, intelligent, and always delivered with a twinkle in the eye. It reflects a worldview shaped by making the most of limited resources in a challenging mountain environment. Rather than being offended by the stereotype, the people of Gabrovo have embraced it, turning it into a cultural trademark. They are in on the joke, and in fact, they're usually the ones telling it. This shared sense of humor creates a powerful bond within the community. The ultimate monument to this tradition is the magnificent House of Humor and Satire. Opened on April Fool's Day in 1972, its motto is, "The world lasts because it laughs." This one-of-a-kind museum is a temple to comedy, showcasing cartoons, caricatures, sculptures, and comedic art from around the globe. It hosts an international biennial of humor and satire that draws artists and visitors worldwide. The museum itself is a testament to the Gabrovo spirit, taking something as lighthearted as a joke and turning it into a world-class cultural institution. Visiting the House of Humor and Satire is an essential Gabrovo experience. You wander through halls filled with clever political cartoons, absurd sculptures, and witty observations on the human condition. It's a place that reminds you not to take life too seriously. The existence of this museum perfectly encapsulates the city's philosophy, that laughter, like thriftiness, is a powerful tool for survival and prosperity. In Gabrovo, humor isn't just entertainment, it's a strategy for a resilient and joyful life. The culture of Gabrovo is alive with the sounds of traditional music and the energy of folk dance. The region's music is characterized by the stirring sounds of the gaida, the kaval, and the gadolka. These instruments create melodies that echo the rugged landscape and the emotional depth of the Bulgarian soul. This music isn't just for concerts, it's the soundtrack to weddings, holidays, and family gatherings. Paired with the music is the dance, especially the horo, a circle dance where people join hands and move to complex, energetic rhythms that have been passed down for generations. Traditional clothing, or nosia, from the Gabrovo region is a beautiful expression of local identity. These handmade garments are rich with intricate embroidery, with specific colors and patterns indicating a person's village, age, and marital status. For women, the costume typically includes a white chemise, a dark sleeveless dress called a sukman, and a decorated apron, all held together by a woven belt. Men's attire is usually simpler, with white shirts, dark trousers, and a wide red sash. Though worn now mostly for festivals and performances, these costumes are cherished heirlooms that connect the present to a vibrant past. One of the most spectacular rituals you can witness here is the Kukeri festival. This ancient pagan tradition takes place in the winter to scare away evil spirits and ensure a bountiful harvest for the coming year. Men known as Kukeri dress in elaborate costumes made of animal skins, ribbons, and feathers, and wear towering, fearsome wooden masks. They dance through the streets, ringing huge copper bells tied around their waists, creating a chaotic and mesmerizing symphony of sound and movement. It's a powerful primal ceremony that feels like stepping back in time. Religion also plays a quiet but steady role in Gabrovo life. The majority of the population is Bulgarian Orthodox, and the city's churches and the nearby Sokolsky Monastery are important centers of faith and history. Major Christian holidays like Easter and Christmas are celebrated with a blend of religious services and deeply rooted folk customs. These traditions, from the joyful chaos of the Kukeri to the solemn beauty of church service, are the threads that weave together the spiritual and cultural life of Gabrovo, creating a rich and meaningful tapestry. To truly understand Gabrovo, you have to taste it. The local cuisine is classic Balkan fare, hearty, flavorful, and made with fresh local ingredients. It's food designed to fuel a hard day's work in the mountains. A typical meal might start with a shopska salata, a refreshing mix of tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, and onions, generously topped with grated white Cyrene cheese. For the main course, you might have a savory stew, grilled meats, or beans prepared in a clay pot. And of course, no meal is complete without a glass of rakia, the potent local fruit brandy that warms you from the inside out. Daily life in Gabrovo offers a fascinating contrast between urban convenience and village tradition. In the city center, life moves at a modern pace. People gather in cafes along the main pedestrian street, shop in contemporary stores, and enjoy a lively cultural scene. But just a short drive away, in the surrounding villages, life slows down. Here, tradition holds sway. You'll see gardens overflowing with vegetables, chickens scratching in yards, and neighbors stopping to chat over their fences. It's in these villages that you can feel the deep, unchanging roots of Gabrovo culture. As we've seen, Gabrovo has always been a city of industry and thrift. But today, it stands as a symbol of something more: smart resilience. Faced with the decline of its old industries, the city didn't despair. Instead, it leaned into its unique identity. It transformed its reputation for frugality into a world-famous brand of humor. It revitalized its artisan heritage to attract a new generation of admirers. This ability to adapt, to find new opportunities in its own history, is the hallmark of the modern Gabrovo spirit. Ultimately, Gabrovo's story is one of enduring hope. This city, born from a blacksmith's forge and built by generations of industrious and witty people, continues to reinvent itself. It honors its past not as a museum piece, but as a living source of strength and inspiration. By embracing its cultural heritage, its crafts, its humor, its traditions, Gabrovo shows us how a community can navigate the challenges of the modern world with confidence and a smile. It's a lesson in resilience, served with a healthy dose of laughter.